Master Corporal Moore, and today I'm going to bring you another video. This one here is going to be on camo values versus spotting mechanics. So I've got waffentrager camouflage. Basically there's some really good tools that you can use here. I've selected all the tier 10 mediums so I can show you a quick comparison from the best to the worst. I've got the top two being the 430 and the 907. It's just a fact of the game that they are the best camo value tanks. Third on the list is the Batchat 25T, and I will be using it for my comparison. Specifically, I will be using it versus the M48 and M60 Patton. They both have 420 base view range, being the absolute best view range in the game. So, they also have the lowest camo value of all of the tier 10 mediums. Let's see how this turns out. The next application from the waffentrager.net that I'm going to show you is the camo values calculator. I've already got it set up with two tanks for my garage, the Patton and the Batchat. So starting with the Patton, I've got it set up with coated optics, 100% recon and situational awareness, the camouflage paint, 100% camo skill, ventilations, brothers in arms, and consumables. This is actually how my tank is actually set up in the garage. It is the absolute best spotting tank in the game on the move. So I can be going full speed and I will have that spotting ability. The Batchat, again, coated optics. I don't have the recon or situational awareness skills. Camouflage, 100% camo skill, ventilation, brothers in arms, and consumables. Now looking at the stats of these two tanks, they are almost equal in the exception that the recon and situational awareness on the Patton. Camo value, however, you can see the Patton has about 60% of the camo value of the Batchat. However, the same ratio is not equal between the view range, as there is only about a 60 meters difference, and my Patton crew is much more highly trained. Now let's add in 100% situational awareness and recon to the Batchat. And the difference is approximately 24 meters. The base difference between the two is 20 meters. The Batchat has 400 meters and the Patton has 420. So really there isn't much of a spotting difference. However, that big difference is found in the camo values between the two tanks. And that is why the Patton is not a spotting viable tank, because it'll be outspotted. For example, let's say the Batchat is moving and the Patton is stationary. The Patton will spot the Batchat at just shy of 400 meters. The Batchat will spot the Patton at almost 420 meters. So you will spot the enemy tank almost 21 meters before they can spot you, and this tank has better view range than any other tank in the game, period. The only one that even compares is its brother, the M60 Patton. That is, in my opinion, one of the broken parts of this game, is the view range versus camo values in the game. You get such a wide gambit of camo values from the best camo to the worst camo tank in tier 10 specifically, yet the view ranges are so close and the difference is so minute that the seeming benefit of the view range on the Patton is over eclipsed by the camo value of the Batchat. So to illustrate spotting mechanics and camo values to you, I'm using my tier 9 waffentrager. This is a perfect example because generally in a waffentrager you want to sit stationary and try to snipe things from long range. That's how it's designed. So I want to start off by showing you how I'm set up here. I'm set up so that the bush is going to block any view of the enemy actually spotting me. Okay? Now there is a better way to set up to ensure your camo is maintained even while shooting, but with my gun sticking out like this, every time I shoot, I get lit up. Now something has to be within fair range in order to spot me while I'm lit. However, This is a fair position when you're dealing with things that are going to be at or near to your extreme range or even outside your normal view range. Speaking of view range, that's mine right there, the blue circle. So the only way I'm going to see anything and spot them for myself is if they are within the blue circle and have a 0 camo value. The better the camo value that they have, the closer they can get to me before I actually spot them. The red line is the max view range. That means I have to be careful of anything with high skill and spotting if they're within the red line. That's a fair color to use, considering the fact that red is danger, and if there's anything within the red line, keep in mind when you start shooting your gun, there's a chance that your muzzle flash is going to get you spotted. Now the last line is the gray line. That's the draw range. You can see that the MT25 just came into the gray line, and I can actually see them above me as well as on the map. Anything that's outside of that, I can't spot right now. So if you look over, the only things that are currently within my view range are the Centurion and the MT25. Sorry, my draw range, not my view range. My view range again would be the blue. So I'm going to get down into the battle now. I am 2.5 minutes in. I've done a mere 616 damage. I did get some assisted damage when I tracked the Centurion. I think it took about 800 hit points off of him. But at this point, I really haven't contributed as a top tier tank to my team. One could say that it's their fault for overextending and not staying within their support, i.e. myself and the T-30, which is now rushing across the field thinking that he's not going to have any opportunities here. However, I knew that the city was overrun, so once the city's overrun, these guys basically can only start coming across the field. And coming across the field is bad for them. While the E-75 survived my first shot, because it's really hard to pinpoint such a small weak spot as the lower hull, this Patton, however, does not have that same advantage. So in a matter of as quickly as I could load, I've already dealt 1200 damage to him. And right here, giving him a fair lead, I just completely own that Patton, and I don't think he's going to like it, and you're going to see the results of that shortly. So the next part here is, there's the lesson. So, as I had mentioned, my gun was sticking out of the bush. The enemy's now within my red and blue line, my danger line, and they spotted me. So I quickly run behind this rock, where they have no line of sight. I delight, give it about 5-6 seconds, and then I come back out and start dealing damage again. Now at this point, you can see that the bush that I'm now sitting behind is completely opaque. The only thing I can see through it is the silhouette of the tank that my reticle is actually on. That last round probably hit the ground underneath him. And the other thing to note is it's really hard to lead targets through opaque bushes, because you don't know when they're going to be behind a building. So at any moment that tank could have gone behind a building, but because I was trying to stay ahead of his silhouette so that my round has time to get there. So now you can see that the bushes become translucent as I move closer to it. So I'm back to this original situation where now I can see the objects through it. That one is not a destructible object apparently. But I cannot be protected if I shoot. So if there was something within spotting range of me, I would have just been lit there. So it's very important that people understand how spotting mechanics work. If you don't understand it, you're going to get completely owned by somebody, and you have no recourse other than to accuse that person of hacks. Guess what? Not everybody's cheating. I don't use illegal mods. I'm actually really looking forward to what Wargaming is doing by adding in a lot of the player-made mods into the actual game. These spotting circles are all available right through Wargaming. There's a lot of other things. They're adding a solid reticle in this next patch instead of the dotted reticle that they currently have for your heads up. I really like what Wargaming is doing by taking some of the stuff that the fans, that the players are enjoying, and adding them to the actual game. Now I do want to draw attention to the fact that the patent just commented on how I was a effing hacker, accusing me of cheating, and RMT25 doesn't understand. So I said, learn the game. I have a channel with info for you. So a little bit of a shameless plug maybe, but I doubt he'll ever see this video. However, if you do, hopefully you understand it's not hacks. I do accept the compliment you gave me by accusing me of hacking, but I'm using the game mechanics as they are set up. When camo values and spotting values are more balanced, this kind of thing won't happen. But instead of creating a balance, they just Agent Orange the maps, remove things like bushes so that TDs can't sit there and just snipe everybody out. That's pretty much it for the replay. There I did 4,105 damage. I'm not sure if I got any blind shots in there. I don't think I did. Plus some tracking damage on the Centurion 1 at the beginning. This is a mission that I completed. I ended up getting 3,000 damage while not being spotted during the match. I believe this was a first class on the tank. I wasn't really aggressive. I wasn't out there, getting spotting damage and stuff like that. But I had a mission to complete. I was trying to do a lot of damage while not being spotted. And I succeeded in my mission. I succeeded in supporting my team. I cleaned up 5 kills. And it wasn't just, stealing the kills, because I did 4,105 damage. I got high caliber in the battle. I believe I contributed fairly for my team. And even got called cheating hacks. Which, again, is a bigger compliment than a Top Gun or a high caliber ever could be. So, hopefully between the tools that I've shown you guys in waffentrager.net and what I just kind of showed you in the game mechanics itself, you guys can kind of piece together some more information. If you ever guys want more, feel free to contact me in-game. More than happy to help people out. And hope I see you guys on the battlefield. Hopefully on my team, and hopefully you guys have learned a little bit from this. Take care and see you next time.